My friends, and welcome to the Breakfast Club. My name is Darren Hancock, and I'm your host today. And we are here live in July, the mid-July, for a 1 week look at the market. I'll be back again in August, but we'll just do a 1 week here this week. Have a quick little peek, see if we can find something for you folks to have a look at. All right. So it looks like we're starting off with Bitcoin here. Let me have a look at Bitcoin. As you can see, I've done mucho buying and selling of Bitcoin. Let me just get all that out of there. Where's our little carrot? So, looks like we've got the low and the fair value gap below you. You look at this yesterday or 2 days ago, it's low. And then we have, I think, a further push to the premium array. We're already in this one. It would be this one here. And we're already in that already. So for this to be a significant drop, I'd have to see this fair value gap get filled, reversed, taken, and this breaker here to get taken out, knocked out these highs here. For now, I'm slightly bearish on this, looking for this run below this low. We lost 50% of this. We've already traded through 50% of that, so chances are we're going to go for the low Bitcoin. I'm still looking for my upside objective this week in NASDAQ. It looks like we've come to, let me get rid of this stuff here. I was writing little notes to people yesterday on the Telegram channel. So you'll catch me after hours on the Telegram channel. And we will we'll let you have a little chat in the afternoons on the markets. So that's usually where I am in the afternoons. If Derek isn't doing a show, and he probably isn't, probably pretty busy over at the golf course this summer. So, all right. So we're looking at the NASDAQ. Looking for yesterday's high to get taken. And a continual dig into this fair value gap. I want to see us climb on top of this now. So upside still my objective. 4 hour. Four hour, we have this fair value gap above us here. We've already hit the rejection block and pulling back away from it. I'd like to see us in the middle of these 3 candles here. If we're going to come back and retap this for a further high. This has been filled to here. Yeah, I'd like to see that go higher now. So far we have this reversal we saw yesterday. We came back into it right there perfectly for the long. We caught some longs there yesterday. Caught a nice run here in the afternoon. And then we've had a bit of a retracement overnight. Back inside this order block here. Right back to the mean threshold. And now we're getting further upside. So looking for an opportunity to get in there. Yeah, it looks like it's just ready to keep going up here now. We've come back, found some support at this order block here. We filled this fair value gap below us on the hourly. And now we're pushing for higher prices. Avoided the rejection block, so it's upside. I see more upside. This has all been worked. This is the only little pocket of imbalance I can see down here. So let's see on a 15-minute. We have a fair value gap here. This breaker, we've come back to the breaker, cleared this. We come back, hit this area one more time to go higher. I'd like to see that, but we're between this one here and this one here. So I want to see it clear this with a body, come back, find some support at this or here, and start pushing higher. Big bold candle now. I want to see starting to run up. There's the 5-minute right there. We've closed above it already. I don't want to see it go back into this sideways conundrum here. Oh, we just broke the low of that now. Look at the 1 minute. These highs have been taken. It's reversal here. Body trades below that level right there. So we're looking for more downside now. This next candle, you want to see it come back to this candle right here. With these lows. We could see another run. If this candle lets go, I'm looking for this to run all the way back down into this little box right here. Let's draw that out. So kind of keep your eye on this level here. Back into the mean threshold of this candle. Let's see that continue coming down now. I'm just going to lock in some profits. Oop. I got in right here and just about to looking for this low to get taken. I have my stop sitting right in here, or my take profit sitting in there, and it just hit it. Looking for further downside though. I'm looking for this box to get hit. So I'll have a look, see if that box gets hit there. So now you got this low taken out. Next thing you want to look for is that this fair value gap here, see if it stays open. No. Oh, there's a small one there, maybe. Nope. It's a low on that candle. 961, high is 960. It's like half a handle in there. I want to see that just start ripping it that back down here now. If not, it's got to get above this candle. Let's see where. Nine people on the show already this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust my screens here. Okay, good morning, everybody. I see you all there. Hans, Hadi, TP, Curryfish, Chide, and Takwihan. So watch here. See if we close above here. We're above this one now. This could be the next price leg down, so I'll look for this. Kind of idea. This will put me right in there, so. That's the reversal. Remember, we've got an upside objective still. All right. We're looking for this support off of here, which we're finding. Now I want to see this one start to drive back down now. Keep an eye on this level right here. You want to see this hold price continue back down. And what was this thing? I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we have 900 people in the group now, 901. Welcome the last two people that make the 900 level, the 900 club. Sorry, my brain is just not working this morning. I'm fumbling around with these stupid screens trying to get my there. All right. Good morning, Russell. Sorry it took a while. We're still waiting for that level anyway. Anyway, let's go look at some other stuff because we've been faffing around with that for a while. Thank you for your patience. Let's look at oil. We have this is the 1 hour chart here. Is this? Oh yes, that fair value gap below us there. We're digging into that now. This one we had marked out yesterday as a downside objective, and I think that's where we're headed now. Now, whether or not we get a close of this, yeah, I'm expecting this to fill today. So if you're looking at oil, look for an opportunity for that as for downside. Let's go over to E-mini S&P, kind of jumping around between indices and let's go with the day. We talked yesterday about this fair value gap, reaching into this fair value gap, which we did. We took out the previous day's high, which was Friday's high, back into that fair value gap, and now we're doing the same thing this morning. We've come back down into the order block. It's been validated here, so we just dipped into it, and I'm still looking for this to run up into this area here. I like this draw up here. But right now, that's not the area I'm looking for. I'm looking for this mean threshold first, old low, and then the fill of the fair value gap. Those are the kind of like the three different places I'd be looking for the potential to see a reversal. Otherwise, upside. Unless we see something more dramatic here, which we see a nice reversal here. All these lows have been taken. We've dipped all the way down into that fair value gap here. The consequent encroachment of this busy. Then we have a reversal. Body trades above it. We can't trade back into it last week. Beautiful reversal. Or yesterday, I suppose. We traded back into that really nicely. And we've had a nice little upside. Run back into the breaker. Last up close candle before taking these lows. And then those lows. We have a swing here. That's why I looked at that. I suppose that would be your swing for your high. That would be arguably the order block there. But we return to this anyway. Into here. And now we're driving back a little higher. We've taken out this high already though. Back to the order block. I'm stuck between here now. I'm pushing higher. We've already taken this high here. So if we do get a retracement, wouldn't want to see more than 50% of this wick go before going higher on a 4 hour. Yeah, I suppose we could come back to the session open, get some support off of that, and go higher. Like this. Right here, we want to see the same thing here, but go higher. Off the session open and push down. Off the session open and push up. So on the 1 minute chart, I'll be looking for an opportunity for a reversal here off this order block, this breaker here. Last down close candle before taking all these highs here. So I want to see this breaker provide a level of support right off of the session open to go higher. If you guys are in agreement with that. And then we have Mr. Dow Jones, Mr. Jones. Wow, these are definite places to reach for coming up. We've built a nice little floor here. I'd like to see that floor get taken. See how it's already come back to its session open? It's already taken these highs here. It's already come back to its session open, and now it's looking to push higher. You see that? This is what we're looking for in S&P. So this guy's already come down to the fill, the top of the breaker. And he's had a bit of a reaction off of it. So now I want to see this start to climb above this level right here. Because we took that high, this is the level you got to be careful of. See how the bodies are closing on it? I want to see that stay on there now and start pushing higher. Little Benzo, good morning. So if we close above here, find some support at that, then I'm looking for this to go higher. Here's a 7:30 open. The line in the sand is the mean threshold of this candle. If we lose it, we're looking for these lows, and then potentially these. There's a lot of liquidity sitting down here, so they may be taking a run on that first before going higher, which would put us right into this discount array on a larger range array. That is the first one, so maybe looking for something like that box there. So wait for this mean threshold to get taken. The fact that we've already started closing below here again Come back up and tap that for a short. That's the short. There's no long here just yet until we get above there. Otherwise, there's the reversal right there. Body traded right below it. So that wherever that one is, the high is 682. Close 681. So the close just below that level there. Come back up inside for the short. That's Dow Jones. Look at Euro. Daily. We've just taken these highs out here. So if this closes below here today, ideally I'd like to see it close below here, come back up into the fair value gap that forms in here to go lower. Yeah, I'd like to see this start digging lower now. Get back into this range. So you're kind of stuck in this range for if we make a new low in August, get back into this discount array. This is the one you want to go from premium to discount. That's the array you want to see setting up over the next couple of days for a long hold down into here. Scale out portions at these imbalances below you here, fair value gaps, pull the fib tool, do whatever you want to manage your trade on that, but that's what I'd be looking for here, even on the 4 hour, if you can catch this trade now. So there's the reversal. We've had a body trade below it right here. You can't get in on it yet, unless you were pretty confident that was with the reversal. We'll look for it on a lower time frame, see if we can find that there was a chance for a reversal here. This is the breaker that initiates the run. So as soon as you trade below that, when you trade back to it, that's what you want to get. So you have a body trade below it right here. We still haven't been able to get back on top of it to get short. And she's on a run, a little tear right now in the last 4 hours. So if you do get a retracement back up into that candle's low, you want to see maybe the midpoint of this stay open as a breakaway gap and continue heading lower. Well, there's your breakaway gap there. This would be like a measuring gap. Let's look for a 1 hour. See if you would have seen something on a 1 hour. So there's your 1 hour reversal right here. Body trades below it right there. You trade back up into it for your short. Now, if you're looking at your daily chart, that's what you're looking for to get. That's where you're trying to find. If you're looking at your higher time frame for your objective to go lower, and you're looking at the lower time frames for your entry, there's your first entry right there on the 1 hour. We'll see if we can find something on a 15. Minute. That one would have taken you out. So you wait for this to reset, get below here. And then when it trades below here and trades back into it again, that's your short. Your stop would go above you here. If you're sure that that's your downside objective on your higher time frame. Like your daily, we were looking for this to go lower. So it takes you out there, reset, wait, comes back up inside you right here, optimum trade entry. Right off that spot right there. And you would have had a nice little perfect run all the way down. That's the 15-minute. 5-minute. 5-minute would have taken you out there. Short little one. Wait for it to trade below it again here. It does. Oh, I know. It trades below it right here. It opens below it here. Then opens right in it here for a short. Now, it's easy to say now that we can see all this. But again, if you're looking for that opportunity at that daily chart for your chance to get in back on the 21st, that's what you were looking for. Anyway, that's the where we're thinking that's going today or this week. British pound. Morning, Shepherd. Let's look at British pound here. There's the reversal right there on a daily. And you're right there on the perfect entry. Friday was the perfect entry to catch that, to get you here. So you're back to this old high. You've had a bit of a reaction off that. So for you, if you lose this on the return, if this comes back up into here, you want to see that close below here. I'd like to see that stay open as your first little breakaway and get back in and fill this fair value gap below you here. For British pound, could go either way right now. So you've already had a hit here. You want to see this just keep driving down. I wouldn't want to see it take out yesterday's high. I just want to see it keep going down now. It's strong with pound because you can go up or down on that one right now. Australian dollar. Australian dollar's hitting the objective I'm thinking about now. In here. If we trade into this order block here or this fair value gap below you here, then we're looking for a run below the lows on the daily, looking for these lows to get taken out. If we start trading into this, we close inside here, we're looking for those lower prices in Aussie dollar. Sorry, I'm already back over here already. Let's go look at gold one more time real quick and see what we got for gold. I'm kind of a lot distracted this morning. I apologize for that. So we have a reversal. We have a short-term swing here. Higher lows, higher lows. We've now taken out this fair value gap. This little tiny one right here. We've traded back into it here perfectly. And then we've left. And then if you miss that, you say, well, I'm not really sure about that. You want to see it take out this candle here on a close. So for here, it ran up. Look for this candle, reverse, come back into this breaker now. Find some reaction off of this and start pushing higher. So I like to see gold go a little higher here. Came right back to the session open. I like that. I'm going to go long on that. Going to put my stop loss down here. Wheat. Wheat's too choppy for me to play in right now. Sugar. Looking for these lows. We called this yesterday, looking for the sugar to take out the lows. And she's marching down there slowly but surely. Coffee. Oof. You got an up or down in coffee right now. So you want to see this fair value gap that we're in right now. We're just reclaiming it multiple times. You want to see us either trade above or below it. Trade below it, we're looking for these lows. Trade above it, we're looking for the highs and to extend the range. Lean little piggies. Let's get over to, forget all that stuff. Let's get back to NASDAQ. It looks like it's having some fun here. So reversal. If you don't get your reversal, you look for this candle right here. Body trades above it, and you trade back into that candle for the long. And our upside objective we set on the daily was higher. I want to see this fair value gap fill. Okay, so let's get back down to the 1 minute chart. And this low, filling the fair value gap below us here. Look for 50% of that range. Brings us right back to this old high. Morning, Derek. How's your experience out the golf course? You doing well? You guys pretty busy out there, I would imagine. I like the fact that we did not hit the 50%. We just came back to fill this, and we've got intentions of going higher. That's excellent. If you didn't catch this one or this one, look for this one up here. The old high getting taken with a close. We obviously came back to this one, but you look for this right here. See how we come back, retap it, go higher. We didn't get this one. This is the one I thought we might come back to at 50% of that range. Definitely grandson won the Mid-Atlantic Babe Ruth competition championships this weekend. Now a trip to the World Series in Eagle Pass, Texas in August. Nice. Sounds like you got lots of fun coming your way, my friend. So I gather you're not going to be on the charts much either until August. It's a good time to take a little break from the charts over the summer. We got another 9 minutes to go here. Is there a news event this morning? Let me see. essential ones. Yes, we have the news at 10. Home sales, Richmond Manufacturing Index. They're all middle level news events. It's lower to me right now. Run back to the bottom of that daily fair value gap there. On the 1 minute chart, wheat looks like it's got a little swing that it's just created. You're into trading wheat or commodities or some of that. Look at your 1 minute chart on wheat. You'll see that there's been a reversal there. We've traded back into it. Now we're dropping below it again. We've swung below here. Keep your eye on this level here now. We finally got that 50% we're looking for. I bet you that's the just over 50%. Yeah, just over 50% to go higher. You want to see it close above here now? Get back into it right there. You want to see this continue going higher now. Now, there's a little one right there too. We didn't take that high though. Let's just watch, see if this eats through the mean threshold of this candle here. you've got this box here. Right there. Got 1 minute for the news event now. I'd like to see that just with the news just get carried straight up. Keeping in mind there's that objective down there, and I don't like this idea of it coming that low. I like to see this hold, but we'll wait for the news event, which is in next 30 seconds or so. I don't even like hints that it wants to go low like that. Good. News release now. Get little legs on that. Gotta love it when a plan comes together. This is when you want to see it stay supported on there. If not, if it eats through this, it's not a good sign. So look for further downside. Look for these lows to get taken here. Return to these old highs. You want to see that hole there. Just tap it and go. The fact that it started eating away into it, it's like, nah. Looks like it's going to go lower again. Waits on that little run. So keep your eyes on this little level down here. Looking for the bottom of that fair value gap again. We're back to the breaker here. We've come back, tap the breaker. Now you want to see this get closed above. We have a little swing here. Closes above this. Look for a run back up into this array. So you've got your discount premium inside a small range here. So there's not a lot to grab out of this. But it's got to close above that. Look for this level here. Notice how we've traded through it, but we haven't traded back to it to continue on the downside. We ran these lows, create this little fair value gap here. Now it becomes an inversion. And we're not tapping it to go to this one. So you've already ran from here to here already. Now we'd like to see a reaction off of this order block here. If it just charges right through it, comes back, finds support at this, you're looking for higher prices. See how open? It just closed right on it, tapped it, going higher. Got to be quick to catch that one. So you want to see this high get taken. That is the mean threshold of this candle. You want to see it get closed on a bull candle, no wicks. High on that candle is 23.50, 24. So that one's just slightly higher than that. Get some legs to get up through there. All right, so now you've got this level here. We haven't got a body above this candle yet, so we still have this as an option to trade into, which it just did, to go higher. We haven't got a body above here yet. So again, we still have this option and this option. We have a fair value gap here. A little imbalance right there. And another tiny little fair value gap right there. It's got to get out of this little zone here. We have a small reversal here right now, some more bullish than bearish. And we're into the 10, 11. So we could see this in the next 5 minutes or so. Run down into here or here. This is like the silver bullet. I'm liking your high at 20,044. Where would the ideal entry? The ideal entry would be right here. I'll mark it for you. Stop loss would be here. trades through it, comes back to it. We're looking for these lows to get taken. And then you're looking for this little box down here still. Now this high was taken here with this one, and then we traded below it here. But we're also inside this one for a high. So you've got one going short, one going high. Have an overall bias of going higher. We've got equal highs above you. So I'm 51% bullish now. Because you can argue both directions. But a stronger argument for a higher high. You want to see it get above this again, close above that. And see how this was just a return back into this inversion to go along. Ideal entries here, but you have 1, 2, 3 entries that you could have taken here. Again, we have to be closed above this to go higher. Here. Do you think this is liquidity grabs to push higher? Well, we have a short-term swing point here with a higher low on either side. We have equal highs above us. So for me, we've got this short-term swing here that tells me you want to go higher. We're finding support off of this now. We closed above it. That's ideally where I want to see this continue pushing higher. So see how it's trying to work its way up here. It keeps pushing, keeps hitting some resistance here inside this fair value gap. We're finding support off of this here. That's what you want to see. Keep going higher now. Just let it run, let it do its thing. That's better. Highs are taken now. See how we found support at these levels? I'm just going to move myself into some profits here. I'll lock in something. A bit choppy out there. Can we get some more likes? Oh, I got 6 of them, I can see. But we got 900 people. 900 people. Nine's my favorite number. So I love the way they got 900 people. I was hoping to get 1,000 by my birthday, but we didn't make it. That's okay. 900. I'm happy with 900. Appreciate all of you for your time, especially at summertime here. Spending some time with me. Appreciate that. We've got this high taken. Look at this here. We've traded below it. So we got a low. We're reversing now. You got to be quick. That's why you got to lock in your profits. As soon as you see this starting to form up here, lock in some profits. Like I went here long. And as soon as you see that starting to form, you bring your profits into stake, take profit, take something above here, and wait and see if this closes below here. And it does. So now you're back into this range again. And now we're looking for lower prices. Ideal entry would be right there for a short. You back from vacation? I am for the first vacation. Now I'm gearing up for the next one. And then I got another big one in September. That's more of a wedding than a wedding wind up or starting, not wind up to a wedding. Because next year's the big wedding. So we're going over there to set everything up for next year. Coming back to this here now. I'll take one there. And an ideal one there. And then its stop loss will go right there. We still have an upside objective, so this is probably going to take me out here. I'm counter trending this now. Oh, I did not want this to come back into here. And I wanted to take, because I'm on the wrong side of that. I think I'm on the wrong side of that. I take my profits now. I think I'm on the wrong side of that. This gives me a little poke, says I'm going to head in this direction, I think. See how we've got one going this way? This would be the fair value gap fill. Come back, find support at that. Also reversal. We want to see it close above here to go higher. So I'm stuck between these two. So I'm like, I'm on the wrong. I'm not even in a nice trade there. So I'm going to wait. I'll wait. Luckily get to take a couple $100 out of it, but whatever. That's the way to make money. You're looking for this down here, Russell. Well, we'll wait and see what happens with these two for value gaps. Which one wins? Two inversions. Well, that will be an inversion if we close above it. Closed above it. So it's the long you're looking for. Ideal longs right here. If it closes below, that's no good. Loss, that's the short right there. See how it bounced around between one going long. I took that long there thinking that would be the ideal one is here. So if you would have taken it there and I was wrong, which I was, that would have been the ideal place to get out right there. That's why that's the best spot. Instead of, I should have waited for here and seen that I was wrong when it closed, opened, break even. It's going to go shorter. So that'll give you an idea of why that's a great spot. If you're wrong, that's your opportunity to get out right there. So you're looking for your first one is here. So you're inside that. If we get a reaction back into here, you want to see it roll over now and come all the way back through the rest of this and dig down into here. Here's the return to the, it's a mitigation. It's not really it did not break that old high. Yeah, if you're down trying to play inside this is you gotta be super nimble and protect yourself quick. I'm only up like $20 today. I'm down in my demo account though. Lost $1,000 on that. Let's look how that gold is doing. Oh, there you go. I'm up. I'm not taking any more losses on that, so I'll take the 300. See how it came back to the session open? That session open, I tell you, it's pretty bomber. Like, you go back and look at all the times the session open was a big hit. Look at that, we're almost right back to it here. This trades through into the fair value gap, short. Wait down to the 1 minute here, see where I'm at. That should make up for the loss I took this morning. I think I started at 68. So we're doing all right there. Some are not respected and some are. Yeah, just look at the little range that you're in and think, so the first one is this reversal here, right? So as soon as you see this one get taken on the downside, it comes back up. You want to see it stay inside that, and it traded above it, and you've got this one here. So when you got overlapping ones and you have a trade above it, you would suspect that it will go higher. And then when you got one that says, I need this to go higher, and one I need it to go lower, that's where your 51% bias is. It could go higher. You want to see this get some support. So ideally, if you want to see, if you got this overlap like this and you want better confirmation, you want to see this candle get taken with a bolt candle, come back, find support at it. That way, you know, you've got this one is more the determining factor versus this one. When you have them both side by side like this, then, you know, don't make a decision. Just wait for the confirmation, a stronger confirmation like this. I went with this here with my overall bias for a long, but they're just coming back into a discount array. You got this one here, this one here. They're all in that discount of a larger range now, because once you've extended past or you look inside this range here and you don't see any of those inversions, you start cutting through candles and look, there's one here inside that range, there's one there, and then there's one a little lower outside of that range here, back into the larger range. So you got to kind of watch your inversion fair value gaps and where you are in each specific range. So when you take this one out on the downside, right there, there's a fair value gap there. Take it out, come back inside it, continue going down. Look at the range you're at. Mean threshold of this candle is where you're looking for now. Because that breaker right there, that whole set that runs up and cleans these highs out, that's the breaker. So I like to use the last candle. I know Michael adds all of them together, but that's not always the case for I use all of them, and then as you start to eat through it, that's the last desperate candle you use, and then the mean threshold of that one instead of the mean threshold of all of them. I use that guy there. So that would be the last run down before taking up these highs. So there's your mean threshold right there. See how it comes right back to it? Now that's your line in the sand. You want to see that hold price and start coming back up. If it gives way, then you're looking for this discount array down here. So look for these PD arrays and say, what levels am I looking for support or resistance on? So watch here now. Put the little box right here. Digging into it now. See how we haven't quite hit the mean threshold of it yet, or consequent encroachment of it yet? We're relative equal lows now. We've gone from premium array right the way down to the discount array inside the larger range. And if we close below that, then you're looking for the bigger range from there to there. The discount array is down here, which is this one here we've been looking at a while ago. See how it closed right on it, maybe just below it there. So now we're looking for, come back, balance it. Might have to pop up just a little higher. See how it's holding, the bodies are holding right on that. So now you want to see this whole price and then go from discount all the way back up to premium again inside that larger range. But you want to see this whole price right here. Like that. See how it tapped it? Just closed above it, came back, tapped it. Now you want to see that continue climbing higher. You got a fair value gap here. You've ran this low here, so there's a swing. You want to see that swing get validated now. It's a very tricky, sloppy price action today, folks. Very sloppy. And my gold trade closed, so I'm pretty much at a break even today. What else am I in here? Oh, we're in the wheat. I was in wheat. Why am I in wheat? I was long in wheat. So watch how we've closed above. We're back inside it. You want to see this keep pushing higher. If we close below it, then you're looking for that run back down into here still yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with this today yet. None of this is clean. You have to wait for this afternoon probably. It's fun to try and stay in price action and keep reading this. Like, don't give up on this, you guys. This is the time where you really want to start studying your price action and saying, this is what I want to see. This is where, that's the support level I'm looking for. Because if you stay in this will give you you'll get better at reading the charts. You'll get better at staying in price action. See how we've traded above it? We stay in above. We just came back to tap inside. We're still looking for that upper objective I was telling you about. So every time you take out a low, we look for this. And if we trade above it, then we look for support of it to go back into the range, look for the higher PD arrays to reach for this guy here and that guy there. If we run back inside, if you look at this small range you're in right now, this breaker is what you want to see get taken to the upside. So you might see this back to here, then work through it a bit more, come back, and then finally chew through it. Or we want to see a heavy push all the way through into this level. So I have to check my wheat trade here. I just locking in some profit there on wheat, like 75 bucks or something. So there's your breaker, mean threshold. See that right there? You could use both of them, but I use the last up close candles mean threshold, like I was talking about down in here. That's the limit you want to use, and it reacted off of that. So great. Now you come back into that little tiny imbalance you got right here. Do we trade below it, or do we find support at this and start pushing through? Do you get support off of this old one here? I like to see this one start now giving us some support. Start pushing up. And if it doesn't, then you look for this here to give way on the downside. And I give up on that idea of going here now. The moment I break that low on a close. And the fact that we're through this already, that far through that, yeah. So you might have this come back into here. It might even dig up into here. Nope, just ran all the way to the bottom of that. So that if your stop loss was sitting here and you didn't pay yourself at the breaker, then you just got taken here. So keep your eye, we're going back down to this one again. Much more significant low to get taken. Now we want to see this trade through this and come back into it and go lower yet. If we want to see those old lows get taken here, so the next objective would be here. See, we're in that range. Then this one here. Reacted off nicely off of that. Yeah, your little small fair value gap, it did retrace right back to it. Left, and now you're looking for the deeper fair value gap down here. Let's hit that right off the morning open. So you see this fair value gap that's formed here now that you've taken that low out. And we get this rinse and repeat kind of idea here, right? See this? So we take that low, get the fair value gap, trade up, come back into it, push higher into this, pay yourself at the breaker or inside that small range, pay yourself from 50%, 62%, whatever you want inside the range. It's small. Then you get a reverse and you actually close below this right there. You don't come back and get yourself out. It takes your stop. That happens. You're in a sloppy price action here, so you are going to get caught if you don't manage your stop loss well. If you would have paid yourself here and moved yourself to break even, then you would have been fine inside there. But that's super sniping. You got to be really on your toes. So we have a full fill of the fair value gap down here now, and a return to the discount array. So how do we react off of this? Do we now start to push back up into the premium array? Looking for this to close above here. Find some support, and now start working through this breaker. So this is the same kind of trade. If this trades through here, if it take your 50%, pull your fib tool in here, and start paying yourself on the way up from 50, move your stop loss accordingly. But again, you got to get above here. So this fair value gap there is where we're sitting, and inside here. Keep practicing it, Curryfish. Stay on there, man. Stay on the horse. Don't give up. See how we're closing below it? We poked through it, right on it. Now we're closing below it. So now you're looking for this liquidity below the market here. We got this little guy right here. So we traded all the way back into that discount array right there. Then found support, went higher. Now we're creating relative equal lows. And the body is, it has closed slightly below that low there, that high there. Again, it has to get back through here. We have nothing in here right now that would indicate a reversal. So further downside. You want something that's a clean reversal, like something that's nice and clean. You've taken out a high, nice bold candle, creating a fair value gap. You want to get in off, ideally right off there. Stop loss goes here. This stuff, this is what throws me off. That whatever you guys decide, again, that was the one I've mentioned many times, is that's my fail safe right there. And how you manage your fail safe will keep you in or out of a trade. That reversal took me out, and you saw me take the loss there. So ideally you want to wait for the low to get taken, break in structure, come back up inside the order block, and continue on the downside. So we're still going down. Do nothing till the hand is shown. Exactly, talk we. Scalping off of fair value gaps for 10 points seems to be my go-to on days like this. But you can nibble a little piece out here and there, and you got enough confidence off of these fair value gaps to run to the next one and take a piece of pie. Do it. See, now we've traded below this low. You want to see this breaker here provide support now and go lower. You can come all the way back up into that fair value gap here. There. And that goes all the way up to here. Now you want to see this really start climbing down though. The lows are taken. Now we've broken above it again, come back, found support at it. Now you want to see it get above here. There we go. Just got 11 handles in that move. So now as we start to go into 11 o'clock, you want to see this 50% or 62% of this range here now. So 50% will put you right back into that fair value gap here. 62% will put you right in the consequent encroachment of this one, or mean threshold of that breaker. So to be more bullish, just back in the bullish direction, that's the first indication to go bullish. That's where your 51% bullish goes. You start to close above here. You start going a little more positive for bullish, and you got to get through here. So you have to break market structure to the upside for this to continue going higher. So now we've closed above it right there. So you're 55% bullish, much stronger bullish now. You got to get through the breaker though. So you don't chase your stop loss up too fast, because we can have a revisit of this here. I'd like to see it stay there as a breakaway gap. Continue pushing higher. We've just come back to that fair value gap there for support. Right on it. Now we're slowly climbing up above these. See how we're stepping? We're finding that we poke up above, come back, find support. That's your next level. You run up above it. You want to come back, find support, or get a better leg up on this one and find support there and push higher. So look for this to provide a level of support all the way back down to here. That's a reversal. We took out this low, so it's a reversal. We have a confirmed, so it would be just a change of direction if we didn't have a low taken out. It takes out a low, and then you create this, that gets your reversal. Ideally, you want to see it take out a reversal with a break in market structure. You can get a reversal. You can get a change in direction, a reversal, which is a change in direction and a fair value gap below the low, and a reversal with break in market structure. Those are much more positive for a further run up when you get change in direction, fair value gap, old swing, and a break in market structure. Those are more stronger for a higher run. Higher. So you got, in terms of the hierarchy of those, you have a change in direction, not as strong. Swing, a reversal is a stronger one, and then the reversal with a break in market structure is a stronger of the three. So no break in market structure at the time. Now you could say this little swing here, but I prefer to see a significant high in terms of a break in structure. So you're at the mercy of this range right now and that breaker holding and dropping it all the way back down again. And the fact that we're waffling here inside that breaker is a kind of a good sign for me. That means we're building up some equity here, run down, clean it, run higher. It's like building it, charging your batteries. CAM Model 1 entry, run through Model 1, Model 2, and if we do get a run back into here, Model 3, if there's a fair value gap there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this thing kind of pans out. And if none of those pan out and it just runs right back down, that's the danger of being in here, I suppose. Does trading above that 1 minute order block count? Which one? 1047? 1047. Trading above 1047. This one? Oh, you mean as a break in market structure? Yeah, you got these swings. Usually if there's an old swing that you clear out, that would be, I think Michael describes that as a break-in structure. I like to see it like one of these breakers get taken out for that market structure break, especially when you got just the downside run here. You want to see the little range that you're in get taken out, and 2 down close candles with no up close candle in there is not, to me, not a significant structure break for me. You'd have to check on the ICT index for a more definitive diagnosis or a definitive answer on that one. So good sign, charging up the batteries. You want to see this close above this now. Come back, find some support at this, and push through this breaker. I like the fact that we waited inside the breaker. We chopped around in it, and now we're starting to really haul ass through it. That's what I want to see. Now you want to see this break this. That would be a break-in structure for me. See how we're eating through this mean threshold here already? That was it right there. And now we're just starting to chew into it some more. I like that. We want to have a close through it though, not just a wick. Okay, I'm gonna close this one out. Remove. I think I'm done with that one. And I'm done with this one. Looking for this objective up here. We ran through that discount, we extended the range, and we came back up, and we're looking to see if we find support out of it to continue the range further down. And then as we saw, we came back up and we started chewing into it. And we didn't just come back and tap it and start taking off the what we would have liked to have seen for that range to continue on off of this breaker here. We didn't. We saw that breaker just get taken out to the upside. We come back. Now we've closed above this fair value gap. Now you're looking back at the premium array, and we've found support at that right there. We talked about that as it was happening, and now we're looking for this. Our concern was this breaker here and whether or not we would break through it. And we saw this consolidation happening, the charging of the batteries, and then finally the taking off. We found support through this fair value gap here. We went above it, came back and just nailed it perfectly. Tapped on top of it, found support at that inside this one. Finally, we broke through, and we're looking for that mean threshold to get taken. It does, and now we're climbing up into our premium array. Now what we want to see is we want to see this premium array give way, come back and find support. We don't want to see this, or we just right now find support off this order block right here. and then push higher. That's the whole point, curry fish, of trying to stay on price action. Where does it logically sit for you? Where do you want to see that the support pan out for us? And that's minute by minute. That's how you kind of just practice it. Don't give up on it. Don't just say, price action shit right now, and ignore it. Like, this is a great opportunity to keep staying on the horse. You don't have to trade it. You just got to stay on the horse. Because you'll notice the other things will start to creep in your mind, like you should have taken that trade. You should have been in on that. Why didn't you take that? You called it. Well, you knew it. And you start to, the gambler starts to take over your mind, right? Don't worry about that. There's many, many more days of trading to come. So there's, bang, there's the objective hit right there. So if you're trading from here with a perfect entry to that objective right there, that's 958, almost 100 handles. It's 70 handles. Now I want to see this eat through here. See how it's coming right up to the top of it? And it's poking through. Ideally, good. I want to see that start running through that high now. And start getting back on track for that lunchtime. Start looking for new highs in lunchtime. And I'll tell you something. I didn't notice this, but I'd accidentally put a long trade in here. I don't know why I clicked that. I clicked a long trade in here and it went all the way down here. And I was like, no. And it almost blew one of my accounts. And now it's come back all the way back up to break even right there. Holy doodle. So I've been sweating this out thinking, okay, this may make it all the way back up there again. So now I'm going to move my stop loss. We want to see that close above there. I took it break even. That was like so close to blowing my account. So I'm out now. Move to the sidelines. Man, I got some lady luck on my side this morning. Lady luck is on my side. So now you want to see this continue pushing through. How do you determine that price broke the breaker? Does it have to close above it? When this, for me, I always like to see the mean threshold of the candle get taken on a close, and ideally the upside. But if you combine these two together, you look for the mean threshold. And then I use the last candle. Once the mean threshold's taken, that's the desperate spot right there. The last line in the sand is here, which is right in here. See how the body closes right on it? And then it opens and starts trading through it again. I go, good. That tells me that we're probably going to take that high. Now, you usually want to see it just come up, tap it, and bang, pull away hard and fast. But if it just sits there and closes on it, opens and starts to run through it, then you go, we're running for these highs. So look at this. I'd be in profit now. After all that, weathering this just to break even and go move to the sidelines, that's okay. It's okay. I'm looking at that going, shit balls. I'd be up some couple $100 right now. This was like almost $2,000 drawdown. And I noticed it when it was here. I'm like, oh my God, how did that trade go on? But it managed to make it all the way back up to break even. I'm okay with break even. Um, that was a sweat one. So anyway, you're looking for higher. We're looking for that. I'm still looking for my upside objective for the week. I'll figure out how to work these types of trades at some point. Like that was a beautiful entry long. Look at that. Just, and it's nice and steady straight up. But how many of you got beat up in here so many times? You're like, I'm done, man. And at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, that reversal back into 50 to 62% of the range. And that was like sitting right in, well, I guess we said 50% was sitting in here to 62%, right? We were calling that when it was happening. So we looked for 50% and it stayed there. And you go, oh, look, charging the batteries. We're not just bouncing off of it and then coming back down for extending the range lower. We just ran the morning low. And now we're taking out this, the morning high. That was nice. Yeah, that's nice. So we want to see this come back into here, find some support off of this, and start going higher for that new range. Oof. Off to the pro shop for an afternoon of selling golf. Enjoy the. Thanks, Darren. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, Derek. Enjoy your day, my friend. Enjoy the sunshine. Sell like hell. Get out there. Hustle, hustle. Keep going. I'm gonna try one right off this order block here. It's a bit late, but we may get a run right back down into here though. See if this order block holds. I'm going to have a huge PD array and should see price trade back into that range. No, we could see the further continuation. I want to see it getting up into that daily objective. My daily objective is up here somewhere, I think. Way, well, my weekly objective's way up here. This is the basic objective I want to reach for today. I want to reach that fair value gap high, which will be 21.27. If you like what we've been doing this morning, you can hit the like button. If you're new to our show, welcome. You're welcome to pop in and see us regularly in the fall. We'll be back here. Reading price action. Hopefully getting you better at reading your price action. And you're welcome to subscribe or meet us on, you can go to the link just above us here. There's a link that will give you access to the Telegram account. We're there on the usually off days. Somebody will see something they like, they trade it, they talk about it. It's a good little community. As long as you're polite, you're not rude to people, and you help each other out. We're there to just help each other out. That's the whole purpose of this. Nobody charges you anything here. You just come, learn a little bit, have some fun, and do a little bit of trading. That's all you need to do. So anyway, you can catch us there on Telegram, and I'm also on X. That's all in the links above if you're interested. You want to join our little group, you can hit the subscribe button and the bell, ring the bell, I guess that is, for notifications when I'm posting on the show. Okay, this mean threshold, I don't want to see that give way, and it looks like it's about to give way. It's got a hold here. I don't want to see price get below here now. See how we got those equal lows, so chances are it's going to come and sweep those. Yeah, too much faffing around. That you can see that was ready to start like in a watch, see if we can find some support off that, and we'll go back to Russell's idea of a potential reversal here. We don't see a reversal unless you look at that little tiny space in between that candle and that candle. Look at the lows there. We traded below it. We came up all up inside it here. I want to see this candle find some support. So you get below it, find some support at it, and then you start coming back into this range, keeping in mind we may be just coming back to here before extending this price leg up higher. I looked for the 4-hour chart and found 50% of that array but to be for previous days along with the daily fair value gap. You reading the charts, bro? You reading the charts, bro? Yeah, I'm reading the charts. Hi, you are so calm. I like it. Thanks to break even. I'm sweating on the inside, Christopher. I may look calm, but the inside is turmoil. This is the paramedic in me. My insides are knotted, but I'm working my best cardiac arrest here. Thanks. Does he read charts? Does who read charts? Sorry there, Bank. I haven't, you're new to my thing here. I don't know who you're talking about. Does he read charts? Russell, yes, he responds to everyone. Since there aren't 9,000 people clogging up the chat, wait for the 2050 level. Yeah, we'll see what we get from here. See how we've now closed below this, come back, found support at it. That's what we're looking for. I'm looking for lower prices here. That's why when you read the price action, say it in your head, look at it on the charts, say, this is what I want to see. And if it manifests, you're on the horse. You're still on the horse. Then you say to yourself, oh, I could get stuck between here and here. I'm stuck between this going higher or lower. That's good. Then you say, how would I, gun to my head, as Michael calls it, where would I say this is going? Where would I like to see it go? Well, it needs to do this to go there, and it needs to this to do here and go down that way. So stick in your charts. Like I hear a lot of people get frustrated and say, oh, it's crappy. I'm done. I'm walking away. And I got no problem with that. Whatever, to each his own or her own. Make sure you, if you really want to study price action, this is how you do it. You sit in the charts when it's crappy weather like this, and you catch these little golden moments where you have a perfect entry. And if this was your exit, you have a perfect exit. Or you let it run and you wait for the first reversal to show itself. So here's another way you can manage this. If you're pulling your fib tool, I've already showed you the fib tool multiple times. So one method I like to do is once it gets going, I like to just bring, as that trade finishes, I move my stop loss to here. As that one finished, I move it to here. And I always move to one below, because you'll notice they don't come back against themselves after they've taken out this little consolidation. They never come back and touch below. See that? Until they do. And then when they do, you're out. Or you go fair value gap. When I see a reversal in the opposite direction, I'll get out. So this is a potential reversal because we've taken out this high. And you go, nope, didn't come down to it. This one here, this is a potential reversal. Nope, didn't come down to it. Oh, this one's cleaned out these highs. This is a potential reversal. Didn't do it, didn't do it, didn't do it, didn't do it. Then you could say, is that the reversal? That low there is 72.25. The high here is 71.75. So there's a small little gap there. Then you go, if it trades below that on a close right there, comes back into it, I'm out. So you can get out there. So it's another way you can use, manage your trade on the way up, and you've maximized and you're catching a reversal. And you say, well, if I'm out there, then I'll just instantly go on a reversal back in the opposite direction. That's really being bold and saying, I'm just going to ride this all the way up until I see a reversal. Then I'll take it all the way back down again. Hadi, thank you, Darren. It's a very nice day so far. You've improved my skills. Thanks again. You're welcome, Hadi. Bank Nifty, just for once, imagine an ICT trader flirting with a girl. Like, come on, baby, I want to sweep your upside liquidity. And then get down there. Okay. This should be a shortable soon. This is potentially a bull flag happening there. I'm not sure where your analogy was going there, Bank, but see, we're finding support off of here. You want to see this start to really roll over here and come down now? Keep your eye on that little level right there. So look at this fair value gap here. If you're not happy with this one, and you say, okay, if I'm coming back into this range from here, you measure it from here to here. You don't go to this one yet. 50% puts us right at the top of that fair value gap here. Consequent encroachment of this BISI puts us pretty close to the old high. Right there. See how we just clipped the old high here? So look for support off of here or come down to the consequent encroachment. And we're expecting to see something react off of here. So keep your eye on this consolidation. Consolidation, so CAM model 1 forming or CAM model forming. This could be a CAM model, boom, come down into here, run back up. So CAM model 1, 2, and 50% of the leg that makes the low. That takes the low. So this could be the Judas swing down to the run back up. Or that's it. If we close above here, that little, if we think that's a fair value gap reversal and it's tiny little guy, we need to see this right there, stick and come down. Or pop through it, come back and find support here. I'll leave the lines, the crosshairs on it. We'll see what happens. Six seconds. See, stay below it. Come back up. See, the fact that it's coming back up there again to revisit it tells me it wants to go higher. Ah, literally nailed it again. Right on the money. There's a little fair value gap there. There's a CAM model 2. There's no 3 here. This is the cam model 2. Unless this becomes the reversal. We've just taken out these little highs, this little cluster here in the cam model, fair value gap, drop below it, take this guy out here because this is the breaker that takes out this little high here. We need to see this candle get taken on the low side, come back, find support at that or inside this to go lower. So you see a high get taken, fair value gap forming, and now we're right on it. You want to see this candle here now. All your attention should go right in here. Right there. And there. For lower prices. Are you guys watching this? Are you watching this? Watch very carefully. Remember that little spot right there? It literally came back up there again and hit it perfectly off that candle. So that little tiny fair value gap right there held price. Reversal. Look at that. We're literally closed below it right there. And now I want to see this close below here. If we come back up into here, you want to see this provide support. Your ideal entry is right here. Not that you should be taking these. We're just studying price action. You know, let's hit the bottom of it right there. There's one entry, 2 entries is the middle, 3rd entry is right there, which is the ideal one for the short. You have 1, 2, 3. So the first one's already made itself known. So there's our short. Now you want to see it get below here. I'm going to stick with you guys for another few more minutes. And that'll be it for me for the day. And hopefully you've learned something. You got to make a couple of trades. We did a little dine and dash, 20 bucks here and 100 bucks there. What do we end up with? We started at 68. Oh, I'm still 300 bucks short. That last one. I'll look for something after lunch, if we can't grab something after lunch. So you got that, your entry, a nice entry here for a short. Come on down now, let's go. So you still have that little pocket there. We've taken all those lows out now with that little wick. Hit that one more time. Remember, we still have a higher upside objective for the week, so your bias is definitely going to be or my bias is definitely long. So far, I am bearish until we clear this high here, or this fair value gap above this, and take that high for a break in structure. I'm bearish. So that's how you're just looking at your fair value gaps now. You're looking at returning to an old high for a quick run on liquidity, making 10, 20 points, whatever you want to make. There we go. There, we tippy tapped it now. That's the mean threshold. Nicely done. There you go. There you go, folks. You see how that wick's starting to form there? Now you want to see that come right back up and through that candle or that fair value gap there. We just wanted to come back and tap that old high. Come back to that order block. If we're going to keep driving down now, play both scenarios, we want to see this close below here. Find some support at that and start pushing through. And if we can eat through this candle, then we have more downside. So you're right on the money there. Getting a nice reaction off of it. Still inside this guy. And you notice that now that we've taken these lows out here, you'd have to break this high to go higher. That's the only fair value gap I can see in terms of a swing. You'd have to really push break structure with a reversal key off of that to go higher. If not, we're bearish still. You're bearish until we get a break in structure with a fair value gap. And you're going into lunch hour, so my next objective, downside objective, if I was aiming for it, right here, this breaker right here. Because if I was going to come back to 50% of the whole range, I bet you it'll put me right in there. Bingo, right inside that fair value gap, inside the breaker. Downside objective would be 20,006. I'll be looking for something like here. To continue going down, but you need to go get on the other side of this. You need to a body break through here, come back, find some support of this, and then continue going down. Otherwise, I'm still looking for that to provide support and go higher. So those are my two objectives. Those are the things you look for. And the confirmation, that's a nice candle. And I'll get some leverage on that and get above this guy right here. Order blocks valid. Fair value gap. We've filled it. Mean threshold supporting it. The bodies are respecting the mean threshold. This is an upside push I'd like to see now. Yeah, it's a slow burn. It's a fuse, man. And it's right before lunchtime. But I'm still hopeful for an upside run. I still want my upside weekly objective. A nice little deep retracement would be nice to catch for the continuation to the upside, but you're watching right here right now. Find some support off of here. Or just rifle through. I'm all right with that too. Oh, is this an up close candle or down close candle? Down close. Find support. And it's a 5-0 candle. It's a 50. This one should set the low. Now we should see this one starting to go back up. Or 55, 52, 50, 52. Next candle's going to set it. Might take this low here. Oh, 52 set the high. Ooh, odd ball. So 50 swing. 52 should be a swing. There's 50. Here's the 52. We're trading below this now. See that? We just came right back up to that. In that little fair value gap we talked about for the swing. You found it here to go shorter. You wanted to see that get taken. It came back, found support at that. Dug all the way back up into this one more time right there to go short. So that's still holding a short right now. There's the 52. I want to see this start booking up here. I don't want to see this 52 get taken out now. Then you're looking for a 55. See, I'm marrying my idea of a long. And you shouldn't do that, because see how we've traded below this fair value gap now? You want to see this provide support here. And 55, 58 start running all the way down into these lows here now. Yeah, there's really nothing. If we see this get taken, now we've seen this little low go here. If they get this taken to the upside and it happens to line up with the same fair value gap high, find support at that, and then this is the one you want to see extending the range. Get on top of that one. That's your next step. So you'd almost see how you're you're a rock climber and you're looking for your footholds in the rocks to go higher. There's your first foothold that you're looking for, and then as it starts to climb, you want to see the next foothold right here, and then that one that we looked at right here, you want to see that next foothold on top of that. So you want to see something that looks like this. You'd want to see here to here, or something like this, there to there, to there, to there, and then leave. That kind of thing. See that? Find that step off that one, find the step off that one, and find the step off of this one here. It will come back to here, or like this, here, here, and then, anyway, you get the idea. That's what you want to see if you want to go higher. If you want to go lower, you want to see this one here provide support. So you'd see something like where we just hit right there. Then you'd want to see run down here, come back to there, and continue running down like that. So two different objectives. You're bearish overall, so you want to see something like this continue on the downside, and you're keeping your eye on this level right here, because we've taken this low. Your eye goes to these things right here, these fair value gaps. Do they turn into inversions and get some strength? Fair value gaps are strong. Inversions for me are much stronger, because once you've closed through them and you come back to them, they're like solid ground you can key off of to go up. So we're back to that other model that we had going higher. What price level for that? Sorry, what was I talking about? Don't you need a discount to go up? Ah, you're right. But what range are you looking for a discount in? There's premium, premium, discount, premium, premium, discount, and discount, discount. And if that doesn't make sense to you, Depends on the range you're in. And you'll see when I play this, I'm very, very tight with my ranges. Premium, premium, discount, premium, premium, discount, and discount, discount. Premium, discount, right? So you go, you're working the premium level, the discount level of the premium, premium, discount, premium. We ran down into the discount, back up into the premium, find support off inside that fair value gap. We didn't close above it. Now you're pushing back down and you're aiming for discount or premium discount and then discount, discount. And those will be these up and down runs continuously. So that's like the 50% of that small range of that. If you split this one in half, you'll see that that's the premium range. And you'll know when Michael talks about fractals, he talks about premium, premium, discount, premium. Like that's your premium level and that's your discount level inside the premium level. So here's your discount. This was your discount to go higher. So in order for us to break this, we wanted to go higher. We were in the discount of the premium portion to go higher. So again, it all depends on who was that reinvestor, what level you're looking at. You're talking about aren't you waiting for the discount way down here to go higher? Not necessarily. If this is a bull flag from a retail perspective, of course, and you're expecting that to go higher, you're looking for these key levels here now to get broken to go higher. Otherwise, this is bearish still. We needed that level to get taken. It just went to a wick. That's just support inside there to continue going lower. We did not find support on this to go higher. So remember that other one I was drawing down? This is what's happening here. So you have two different scenarios. The second one is panning out because that level did not get taken with a close. Once we took these lows out and we're in that discount range, right? If this was going to bull flag this and go up, now this is a false bull flag. If this ends up running down into the discount, this is where retail doesn't look in here and see how their bull flags fail. And that's where it's failing. It fails to get into that discount range and then start booking it up there. And that's where we're looking for that. It didn't do it. So now we're looking for a further downside. So that's why you always kind of look at these fair value gaps once they're taken out low, and that becomes a key level you look for to say, I need to see this break above here to go higher. If not, I need to find support inside here, and it starts to close below that level. It does, comes back up inside the order block or the breaker that makes that run below this low, that candle right there. It comes back into it perfectly here. It continues on the way. So now we're still bearish. Now you say, why don't you take all three of those candles? You could, and then say, well, what's the mean threshold of those candles? That would be the mean threshold. I like to use just that one there. I know Michael likes to use all three of them, but I know Michael likes to use one. In our mentorship back in 2016, the combination candles were used later. That one single candle is often used as well. I use it all the time. It's my go-to one, but yes, you definitely use all of them together. That's my key one. When these ones start to get eaten up, and we start to dig into all three of them, then I start to go, what's the last one? I use the last one as my line in the sand. So you see how we're still continuing down? Hopefully that you understood what I was saying there, reinvestment. So yeah, you're looking for a discount. So in this case, you're still looking for your discount, yeah. What are my rules? I always look for what PD array sits inside the range. So I look for what order block So I look for these order blocks. Once they're validated, I go, okay, so we have a swing right here and we have this little swing right here. So now I go, what range, what can I reach for? There's a fair value gap in here. There's an order block there. So that's the small range. So if I pull my fib tool, I'm going to extend this out so you can see what I mean. For every little swing point that you see, let me get back to my, as soon as that candle there gets validated, it becomes an order block. So that's valid right there. And you see how that one there and that one there are almost overlapping. So it's a really small range, but you have a fair value gap in there. And that, because we've taken this little swing out here, becomes a breaker, right? So when you trade back into it, I look for breakers, I look for fair value gaps, I look for two fair value gaps, one above in the premium range, one below in the discount range. If I have one that spreads across both of them, then you kind of split it. You say, I want to see half of it get taken and continue down. But I look for the first swing and I look for order blocks. I look for breakers. I look for mitigation blocks. I look for price imbalances, all that inside that small range, and say, what would I reach back for? Optimum trade entry right there, 70%. Inside that range, we traded all the way back up into optimum trade entry, and right off the bottom of that that little tiny candle there, and I don't know if that's an open close. That'd be part of that little breaker there, but anyway, you know what I mean. Fill the fair value gap. You're over by a little bit, but you're right in the 70% optimum trade entry for continuation on the downside. The small ranges, the same rules apply for small ranges as they do for big ranges. You've got premium and discount. So you look for what's the 50%, what PD array sitting in my above my 50%, and what one sits below. And when I've swung below it, that's the discount one, that's the premium one. And there's a fair value gap in the middle. You use the same rules you do with any range. Is what's your premium array and what's your discount array. So I'll be putting a little box right here. That would be my downside objective. This is the first one we talked about earlier. The blue line I put down here, that's the breaker. You want to see it bounce off the breaker, which is the 50% of the range. If that just holds price and then we start to run back up for higher, you want to see this fair value gap give way. So you automatically, you're starting to see inside your mind where this is lining up. Where do you think, what levels do you think need to get broken in order for this to start moving to the upside? Into the discount array. Now we're into the premium discount is what we want to try and get into. Just tap in below that inside the breaker. We're expecting to see some support off of this. If we start to eat through this, then we're looking for this guy here, which is right near your discount you mentioned there, reinvestor. There you go. There's hit it there. There's 50%. Look at the reaction on it. Hit it. Right on the money. Now, either keep driving down hard into this, because now we've hit the breaker. We've cleared that fair value gap. We filled it. We hit the level we're looking for. Now, what's happening next? Where do we see it go from here? There's a little fair value gap there right now. Unless it gets filled, then it's not a fair value gap. So we have to wait for this to close. Then you start to say, it's closing. Still a little tiny one open there. I like this. So See where your 50% is here? Fair value gap. You want to see that get above that to go higher. Inside that small little range you're looking at here, from that candle swing to that candle swing, I look at what candles provide support. I'd expect it to see it come up here and find some support off of that and go lower. It didn't. It just stayed inside that fair value gap right there, which is the mean threshold, or consequent encroachment, I should say. Now, if that climbs up above here and closes and uses this for support, we might have another return back into the higher range. And that 50% right off that key level there and the breaker is what we're looking for. How old am I? Oh, do you really want to know? I just turned 59. I'm almost 60. I'm holding on with my fingers to my 50s. Watch this here. I want to see that candle give us some support, that fair value gap to close, and start running. Damn, you're old. Hey, respect your elders, mister. I gotta go for my nap this afternoon. There you go. We're closed above. Come back, find a little support now right there. Ka-ching. Start moving. I'm going to close that. That's the ideal spot right there. So if it closes below that, if it closes below this, this will be the last example I give you. If it closes below this, then you're on the wrong side of it and it's going to continue down. You've got this fair value. That's the wiggle room you're going to have this fair value gap. So stop loss will go down here. Come on. Nope. She's not. She's coming down. See this? This is where I start going, I'm between here and here now. This one rolls over, comes back down. That's just the bottom of it there. And we're still did not close below there. We did open below there though. That breaks the rule now, so I'm going low. It has to close below here to continue going lower. Otherwise you're stuck between here. Close above this to go higher and close above that to go higher. Take out that high. There's two different arguments I can make here, so I'm going to sit on the sidelines and wait. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. I'm already 10 minutes over. I'm going to go spend time with my girl. Hope you guys had fun. If you're new, pop in, say hi, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm still looking for upside, overall bias for the week. So if we get a nice retracement, which we talked about earlier, this is the 50% retracement. This would be nice to see this leave. I definitely don't read the Bible. I just read charts. I read the count. That's the only candles I light is these suckers here. Light them up. Anyway, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button. Hit the ring the bell if you want notifications whenever we're on. We're reading price action. Derek and I are in here. You see the boys in here, Russell and David and Fernando. These guys are always looking to shark the system. There are a couple of pool sharks out there. These guys are good. So you can subscribe to our channel on Telegram as well. You'll catch us in there reading charts as well. And on weekends, I love destroying Bitcoin. Bitcoin really moves your account if you can trade it. So I like to trade Bitcoin on the weekends. But until then, I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the last couple of days of our weekly midsummer madness. And yeah, and then I will see you guys in August. So be careful. Take care of yourself out there, and I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Take care. I got to go for my nap now.